I'm pleased to take part in this seminar. I want to thank all the participants who have come to share your stories and join together for solutions. Let me begin by expressing my support for the Unlearning Intolerance series and its creative efforts to foster respect and understanding around the world. I have always believed that tolerance starts with listening. It starts with understanding that all people have a story. That story is not the same. It may be my story, it may be your story, but it is often rooted in anguish and suffering. It has a history, and it deserves to be heard. Today, more and more people are sharing those stories over the Internet. The Internet has brought enormous good to our world. It has transformed the way we live and work. Yet we know there are also a few dark alleys along the information superhighway. There are those who use information technology to reinforce stereotypes, to spread misinformation, and to propagate hate. Look no further than last week's shocking shooting at the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. For years, the alleged shooter was well known for spewing racist venom through the Internet and elsewhere. This tragedy is yet another reminder of how some of the newest technologies are being used to peddle some of the oldest fears. I call it digital demonization. And we have seen it time and again, targeting innocents because of their faith, their race, their ethnicity, and their sexual orientation. Here at the United Nations, we understand the power of words. Words can hurt, or they can heal. They can rupture, or they can repair. For young people, electronic harassment and cyber hate can have a searing impact. We must be aware. We must remain vigilant. Protecting children is a top priority for the United Nations. And we have taken a number of steps to make a cyberspace safer for young people. First, the World Summit on the Information Society produced the Geneva Declaration of Principles and Plan of Action. It called for preventive action against abuse of information and communication technologies for acts motivated by racism, xenophobia, and related intolerance, including child abuse and child pornography. Second, in November, the International Telecommunications Union, together with other UN agencies and partners, launched the Child Online Protection Initiative. Third, just last month, the ITU and its partners developed draft guidelines for the protection of children in cyberspace. These guidelines are aimed at empowering children and young people through education and awareness, providing advice and safety tips for parents and educators, and offering information for policymakers and industry to formulate national and international strategies. Fourth, UNICEF is conducting research and developing partnerships to create the virtual safety of online communities. UNICEF has also established Net Safety Day to teach children, their parents, and teachers how young people can protect themselves against online abuse. All of us have a role to play. Parents have a responsibility to teach their children to safely surf the net. The bully has jumped from the schoolyard to the cell phone and the computer screen. Parents must also be wary of the places their children travel online, and also of abusers exploiting through cell phones. The Internet industry can help ensure that hate speech does not proliferate online. Policymakers must also take a hard look at this problem and work to safeguard people while balancing basic freedoms and human rights. Once again, many thanks to all of you for being here to share your knowledge and your experience. I encourage you to raise awareness and help stop hate speech and bullying on the internet and through other forms of modern technology. Together, let us make sure that cyberspace is safe for our children. Thank you very much.
As we gather to take on the challenges before us, that of unlearning intolerance in a cyber-connected world, we must step back for a moment and think of what we have done for many, many years before the word cyber, as we say, has become an indelible part of our vocabulary. We have devoted a great deal of time and energy in teaching our children how to be tolerant and how not to learn intolerance. We have done it in our homes, in our schools, and various other places in our societies around the globe. And as with all teachings designed to create a greater humanity, sometimes we have succeeded and sometimes we have failed. I tend to think we have succeeded immensely. And that said, we must remember to always teach our lessons in the way a great Chinese proverb suggests to us. Tell me, and I may not listen. Show me, and I may not remember. But stand with me and stand by me, and I will understand. And we must do this in our homes, in our schools, and in our societies, in every part of our globe. And as much as the focus of today's attention is in the cyber world, the solutions that we have to come up with today and implement worldwide, and that we've already done offline, should be the foundations of our analysis for what we do online. The learning of intolerance begins in the home from the very day our children are brought into this world, no matter what part of our planet they come into, and tolerance must begin in the same place. So our task will be to converge these two worlds, the offline and the online, into one world, much the same way as our children do already. Our children are simply living life in one medium when they go to a party and socially gather with their friends. At the same time, while they're at this party, they're chatting on their cell phone or through their BlackBerry or other devices to other friends in another city or another country. So today, as we identify issues, share ideas, and create solutions, let's commit to standing side by side so we can all understand the different perspectives that we bring to the table and successfully find solutions that bridge the gap of offline and online.